You may have heard that you can now download library eBooks onto the Kindle, as well as any other personal device. You may not know that the library is offering a free class to teach you how to download your eBooks and even e-audiobooks. This free class will be held, the next class, on Saturday, December 3rd at 2 p.m. here at Central Library, and this class will actually continue on a monthly basis throughout 2012. Central Library's Matt Hannigan is with us. He's one of the instructors of this class. And Matt, welcome to the program. First of all, your observations on the rise in popularity of e-books and e-readers and really the thirst for knowledge that people have in learning how these things work.
Well, absolutely, John, and really glad to discuss it with you today because everybody knows someone who's gotten an e-reader, a Kindle or a Nook or one of these other devices for Christmas, last Christmas, and we assume a lot will be sold this year. And we've seen the popularity of electronic content that we provide through the roof. So a lot of demand, a lot of interest.
Now, with the recent addition of the Kindle and its ability to download library ebooks, what is the preferred technology now? Is the Kindle kind of emerging as the leader in the field, so to speak?
Well, the Kindle remains the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and we want to avoid recommending any particular device, certainly, but the Kindle is a fine choice, and in some ways, getting library content on a Kindle is a little easier than some other devices.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, there's some trade-offs.
How so? How is it a little easier?
Well, you don't have to download a specialized piece of software.
Okay.
It is seamlessly integrated with your Amazon.com account. So if you're comfortable with your relationship with Amazon, your account with Amazon, I think that would be one good way to go.
Okay. Again, the class on Saturday, December 3rd, which closes out, you've had one or two of these classes already this year, but then continuing on a monthly basis throughout 2012. Tell us about the content of the class and what people will learn. It's a free class.
It is offered at a Central Library only so far. We're kind of waiting to see what the popularity is. The first class attracted one person, the second class 19 people. So we've got a room now booked that will hold 40, and it's open to all, and 2 hours where probably 40 minutes of it is general discussion of content, because we have more than 37,000 items electronically in our
in the library's
website
collection.
Yes, and the rest of it more or less telling people for the various types of devices how to go about getting them to work. There's tremendous help files available on the website, but people learn in different ways, so we're glad to have a face-to-face kind of thing with folks and let them know how to do it.
And can people bring their own devices and you can provide the personalized instruction on those devices, or?
People do bring their own devices, but they're not going to be able to lock it into a computer. It's pretty much by its nature, the acquisition of an electronic thing is a personal thing tied to your personal account, your personal computer, and your personal device. So it'd be a little like running an auto shop where you fix everyone's device. But we certainly do give pointers for the Nook, for the Kindle, for the Kobo, for the Pan Digital, various readers that people might have, and audio items as well.
Is there registration for the class?
There isn't, so it's open. We don't know if we could get 100 people show up one day, and we'd be in trouble with the fire marshal perhaps, but the room will seat at least 40. We could probably squeeze 50 in there at a pinch. But
we do know that the collection, the library's ebook and e-audiobook collection, just continues to grow, and as evidenced by the number of checkouts, so to speak, how people are actually starting to learn and do the downloads.
Yes, absolutely. I mentioned that we have 37,000 items, and there's certainly a one-to-one turnover of that in a fairly short period of time. We're a large enough collection as compared to, say, some other cities in Indiana that there's still a lot of material that's on the shelf in some sense. There's still this sort of print model where when an item is checked out, if we only own one copy, multiple people can't check it out. So in some cases, for popular material, you may have to reserve the item.
Okay, that's key to know. We're talking about some of the newer and more popular materials, most of which are available for the Kindle, but then there's also what's called the EPUB, or the public domain books, which don't have those same kinds of limitations, correct?
That's true. There is a host of public domain books, and most of those, not all, but 90% of them are probably pre-1923.
Oh my goodness.
This is the Project Gutenberg kind of stuff one might hear about, and every provider has this free stuff kind of lurking in the background. It's not the hot and popular item. Some newer stuff that people, the authors and the publishers, for whatever reason, choose to make available freely is also public domain.
Well, I'm sure you would agree it's important for the library to provide this service as we continue to grow with the times, because it's actually just another information resource that we can get people tuned into, correct?
That's correct, and it's part of our mission to be a 24/7 provider of content, so you can download a book in the middle of the night where you can't come to your library and at least get in the middle of the night.
Okay, one final word on the class. The next one's Saturday, December 3rd, 2 p.m. You say they're 2-hour classes.
They are.
No registration, but they are free.
Right.
And any other information that people would need to know?
Saturday, we hope parking continues to be free downtown. I don't know what the new parking change is, or you can park in our garage conveniently located under Central.
Okay, Central Library's Matt Hannigan, who's one of the instructors of the library ebook and e-audiobook class, continuing on Saturday, December 3rd, and throughout 2012. Check the library's catalog of events, calendar of events, or visit Central Library for times. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, John.